Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Happy day 8 to
Happy
everybody.
Monday.
That is currently isolating. Oh, by the way, we got this in the mail.
What is that?
This is Trump money.
Oh, it's Trump money.
That is from Bo Cree.
Bo Cree.
K-R-E-I-E.
It's from Bo. Hey, Bo.
Bo, thank you very much for this Trump cash.
Hello.
We very much appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Add this to
At first, I thought it was like a $200 bill.
I know, I was excited.
What?
Right? Is that a thing?
Yeah. I don't have COVID. I'm just coughing. You know, it's funny when people have like regular seasonal allergies now.
They're all shamed.
Oh my God! Yeah,
right?
People freak out because I'm constantly like allergy girl, and so yeah.
Just as long as you do your elbow.
I'm doing my elbow. I'm coughing into my sweater. I'm doing all the things. But good Lord, you cough now, and people.
And then, but it's
out.
Like towards yourself too, right? Like if I have just a tiny tickle in my throat,
I'm like, oh my God, do I need to get a test?
I need to get a test.
Do I need to get a test?
So
yeah, I know. Or if my throat feels the slightest bit of like is it sore?
Right.
Or do I just need a drink?
Right. Am I just thirsty?
Am I
or am I dying?
Or do I have COVID?
This is what we're going through. This is what everybody's going through.
Everybody's feeling it.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
And this is day 8, and I think President Trump may be over it as well, based on the tweet that he put out around 7 hours ago. You guys, I don't know what to make of this. We'll have to analyze it together. He tweeted at just about midnight last night, all caps, right? All caps. It says, "We cannot let the cure be worse than the problem itself. At the end of the 15-day period, we will make a decision as to which way we want to go."
So he'll probably just look at the data. He'll have his team look at the data and see what is happening.
Yeah, but his team includes Dr. Fauci, who is also saying things like, we need to do what China did and start taking everyone's temperature at the grocery store. So he's got some people on his team who are ultra conservative, right, in terms of their approach to how they want to deal with this.
Yeah.
And then other people like himself who are just freaking over the isolation and the quarantine.
Well, I think, listen, there are some things I think that we should be doing and people should be quarantining, but then there are other things where like the closing down of, you know, every single store and every single restaurant. I just don't know if I'm completely on board with all of that. You know, like I think we could have probably done it in an alternative fashion. You know, I think that there could have been ways that we could have separated people and provided a distance between people and still kept some of these businesses open and running, and so they don't go into complete economic ruin. You know, like I look at like a boutique, for instance, like there are boutiques that I pass on the way to and from work, and you know, these are obviously small businesses, and I'm like, did we really need to shut those down? I mean, was I shopping like this? Was I doing that? I mean, do we have to do that? I'm sure that these people could have wiped everything down and kept these places extremely clean. And if you felt like you wanted to go in there to shop for something and to actually try to support these small local businesses, I feel like they could have probably stayed open, you know?
And if you think about like the superstores, like the Targets and the Walmarts that have everything, not just groceries. Yeah. It is such a huge advantage, right? So like we're automatically giving the giant corporations this huge advantage to sell clothes, to sell other stuff that like small boutiques also want to sell and now are not allowed to.
Yeah, so they're just, they're going out of business for what reason? And then, you know, hairdressers, like salons and places like that. I get it. I get that, you know, they see people on a daily basis, that people are coming in and out, but perhaps there is just another way that we could have kept those places afloat during this time and just separated people. I don't know what the exact solution is, but we could have maybe gotten a little bit more creative rather than just said, shut everything down. Yeah. And, you know, restaurants too. I feel like there is just better solutions.
I think Americans as a whole are going to want to be told at the end of this 15 days, here is how that helped. Here is actual quantitative evidence of how that helped. And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get that because we're still not to the peak, right? Mm-hmm. We still have to hit the peak. And until we do that, it's going to look as though nothing we're doing is working. So either people are going to think, well, we have to do it longer, or they're going to think, what's the point?
Yeah, but how do they know when they hit the peak?
Exactly, right?
That's
Because
the
we
thing.
keep going up and up and up in the number of cases,
Yeah,
and it's because
I mean,
we're
it's like
testing
they
more.
don't. How do they know? Yeah,
I don't know what the answer is.
Meanwhile,
you guys.
you've got like Roche sending out 400,000 test kits. This week? And then you got people, folks like Lilly who are starting to test and do test kits. And this is private industry that's doing it, not government, but private industry. And and then we also have, there's the people who have gotten it are saying that they have been put on like a cocktail of like that malaria drug. It's the hydroxychloroquine and then the Tamiflu, the inhaler, and the Z-Pak. All four of those things together have helped people. That's private industry, obviously. It's pharma helping people to get better from this thing. At least that's an option, right? So I wonder what Bernie Sanders has to say about that. What are the socialists? What
does he have to say about that?
I got nothing to say. I mean, this is the thing. What does somebody like him who has literally demonized pharma have to say about that? What does he have to say about that? All these people in pharma and private industry stepping up to help us. Because I guarantee you that if Bernie Sanders got this, he'd be looking.
Oh, he'd be taking the
looking to
cocktail.
pharma to go, can I have some of that, please?
Yeah.
Can I have another, please? Because, it's funny how these people demonize big pharma and demonize pharmaceuticals, and then, by God, when he has a heart attack, he uses them. If he gets this, he's going to be the first one in line. And you know what? And he'll probably go to the front of the line because he's a politician. He'll go to the front of the line to get the tests, to get the treatments, because
he's elite.
He's one of the 1%. Isn't that interesting how that works? Yeah.
Also, you've probably heard by now that Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer have just completely ended any hope of legislation being passed today that is actually relief legislation. So it's unbelievable that Nancy Pelosi, she wants to have her own bill because I guarantee you she wants her name on more pens. That's what this is about.
Yeah.
What an infuriating, horrible couple of beasts those guys are.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and we go back to the whole, the way that they've structured this is kind of weird. I don't.
Yeah. Well,
The basing everything on 2018 tax returns is just whack, y'all. I don't understand why they're doing that. It doesn't help people.
Or it helps people that don't need the help. That's the problem. It
does,
needs to help the right people.
They're sending checks out to people who don't need checks. It's just, this is the dumbest thing ever.
And they're not, or they may not at all, right? Because there's nothing passed.
There's nothing passed.
Because oh my God, you would think that in a time like this, we could actually get some cooperation between the two parties. No. Yeah. And to top it off, we've got Rand Paul, of course, who is now tested positive. There's 5 different senators who are, and they're Republicans who are out
who
right
are
now.
Who are quarantining. Mitt Romney's one of them. Mike Lee is one of them. They're all quarantining. They're self-quarantining because they've been around him, apparently.
And there's no way for them to vote, according to the law right now. So Trump in his presser yesterday was like, well, I mean, it may not be constitutional, but we may need to look at a different way of voting.
Yeah.
I mean, the world is upside down right now.
And then Harvey Weinstein has it. We have nothing to say about that.
I've got zero
We have nothing to say.
things to say about that.
I will say something. Here's a good thing. Our radio station here, we have a sister station, B105.7 here in Indianapolis. They're going to be playing Christmas music this week, you guys. They're bringing it back.
What in the world?
I'm so excited about that.
I'm not excited about
I
that.
know. She doesn't like Christmas music like I do.
I love it. Christmas music at Christmas.
Listen, I live for Christmas music every year. I can't wait. I start listening to it because I'm one of those people. I decorate my Christmas tree in August.
That's true.
Literally September, October. Halloween to be honest. I will right after Halloween. I decorate my Christmas tree. I'm that person. I am that girl where I get so excited about Christmas. And so, and I start listening to Christmas music the minute it comes on until they finally take it off. I'm kicking and screaming. I want to listen to it. I would listen to it right now, which is why I'm so excited that they're going to be playing it. It's just going to be Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights, I think, from 6 to midnight. They're going to be playing it on this sister station.
Listen, I get a tree around December 10th, 15th-ish, and I leave it up until maybe a few days after Christmas, and that is it. I love that time.
So excited.
I just don't want to...
It's
not like my birthday, which needs to be dragged out for several months.
People are asking why. They're doing it to lift people's spirits because everybody's freaked out and they're sad and people are depressed. And, we even have a story in here. People are there's more incidences of people like beating their kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, people are...
Yeah, thanks a lot for putting that
I'm
story
sorry.
in the
I know.
lineup.
We probably won't even end up talking about it because it's so depressing. But people are just
on edge.
People are on edge. People are on edge. People are not.
Yeah.
And so, you know, Christmas music, man. You hear a little Bing Crosby, things are going to be okay. You know? I'm just saying.
It's better than a bunch of celebrities getting together and singing Imagine.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Exactly.
But it's still too early to do Christmas music.
Never too early for Christmas music. Never too early.
Can we also talk about the fact that Madonna, inexplicably...
Yeah, speaking of not music.
Oh my God. So she's put out 2 videos recently. One, a couple days ago, where she was singing Vogue in her bathroom. And I am surprised she actually allowed it to be posted because it clearly proves that she can't actually sing.
She can't sing. And what is up with her face?
You guys, her face.
You guys, her face. It's like, again, like she is another one of these actresses that has been stung by a huge nest of tracker jackers. I don't understand.
Only in her case, it's like, it's wide and also completely smooth, right? Like it's the strangest, like it looks like if you touched her face,
something would explode.
It's so fragile looking. Like it looks like a piece of porcelain.
Like you don't want to touch it.
You don't want to touch it.
And I'm afraid something will ooze out.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying. Tracker jackers.
So,
I'm afraid.
She posted a video of herself on Instagram, I think, and she's in a tub that's filled with like rose petals, right? And she's talking about coronavirus and how it is the great equalizer and how it doesn't care what race or sex or whatever you are, it infects universally, and how that's actually a beautiful thing. Because finally, we're all equal.
As she sits in her giant tub in her giant mansion with like
world?
Rose petals and candles all around her.
And like soft music playing.
Yeah, talking about how like she has just like talked about how her tours have been canceled and she's all bummed out about that. She is nothing like the rest of us. Look at her face. I mean, it's like, I don't...
her face, you guys.
You are not equal to us. You are from the planet Gleeborg 7.
I know there's a lot of you who saw the description that we put on this Facebook Live video and are wondering why we have not yet talked about titties.
About titties. Yeah.
Well, it is time. So because we are looking for lighthearted things to talk about, Kylie Jenner and her sister Kendall, Kylie posted a photo of the 2 of them together wearing like sports bras, and she posted on Instagram, and apparently they are fighting right now. But she posted the photo,
which is weird because they're like apart,
right?
You know, it's like what?
How do you're not even together?
You're not even.
Anyway, she posts this photo, and Kendall, who is also in the photo, immediately writes back and says, "I thought we were fighting." And Kylie's response to that was to say, "We are, but my titties are sitting so nice in this picture."
He's going to come running back in here. Because he heard the word titties, you know, he's going to be like, "Phew."
And so I could not believe that
he came back in here. He heard the word titties, he's like, "Woo."
And so we went to look at the photo, because I had just seen the
headline.
headline.
They were sitting really nice. They were sitting
really nice.
In fact,
they look absolutely stunningly gorgeous in this photo.
But this is what the Kardashians are. Now I put in as a possible story for tomorrow, because I'm desperately trying to find things to talk about that aren't coronavirus related. That there's a new tell-all book that's supposed to be coming out about the Kardashians and how the sex tape stuff, because the whole reason the Kardashians are a thing, the whole reason Kylie Jenner is a billionaire, is because Mama Chris sold a sex tape of Kim,
her daughter.
Of her daughter. So basically she like pimped her daughter out, right? And so somebody is
that wrong?
That's usually frowned upon.
That frowned upon?
Unless you live in America, and then we make you really wealthy. That's what we do in America. So she is so somebody is making they wrote a book about this, and the family apparently is trying to squelch it. They're threatening to sue and everything. A publishing house is not willing to take it on, which I am like, what is wrong? Like, what is?
So who's publishing? Who's trying to write it?
Some person.
They should just self-publish.
It'll
be a huge hit no matter what. They don't need a publisher for that.
I know. Like it's like, but the family's like threatening to because they have so much money now and so much power that they're like, you can't print this, you can't print this because it's the truth, I guess.
I have some breaking news.
Oh,
What's the breaking news, Ross?
Well, we already covered Kylie's titties.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
And we've already done our Kardashian news for the day.
They're related.
Oh.
The bad news is the Chicken Ranch brothel has been shut down.
Ah, jeez.
We had such hope for them.
The good news is one of the entertainment from the Chicken Ranch brothel is now following me on Twitter.
Oh my
That's
God!
the good
one
news?
of the
ladies.
hookers.
One of the.
Is that? Can I say that?
Yeah.
One of the free market
You've said
economists.
You've said
I've
whore
said
on
whore
our
before.
radio
That's
show.
right.
Yeah.
You
I feel
call me whore shorts.
I do. Whore shorts.
I think her name
call her horse
is
shorts.
Nova. I think Nova is her
Oh,
name.
I'm sure that is her
next
name.
up on the main stage. It's Nova.
So she's following you because you tweeted about the chicken ranch?
I'm guessing because we did it on the show. I don't know.
Rob, you know what Nova means in Spanish?
No.
It means no go.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't apply here.
I think that.
So, but what is she doing now?
I haven't corresponded with her.
Struck up
I
a
haven't slid into
conversation?
those DMs yet.
I can't believe it,
But
frankly.
I'm really excited. Really looking forward to it.
Wow,
Right.
that's good for you, man. That's a milestone. You've
That's
got a
all I
hooker
got.
following
You guys
you
have
on
a great
Twitter.
day.
All right, there's
Good
some
job.
audio in there you got to get. We have some audio. You guys, CNN is now using Sean Penn as a coronavirus expert.
Thank God,
He's
I've been
like
desperate to know his opinion.
He's like a military expert now.
Oh, good.
Sean Penn.
Yeah, and
Sean
I'm sure
Penn.
a health expert as well.
Yeah, it's great. This is why if you're watching CNN, just don't talk to me. Just don't. I don't want to.
Wow.
Just don't.
Meghan McCain is pregnant.
Oh my God, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
she's pregnant, and so she will be doing the show from isolation because obviously she's in a state that she does not want to take any
So
extra
were they not
risks.
doing that before?
I don't know because obviously I don't watch.
Because I
The
feel like
View.
Fox and Friends, everybody that had like the Five, Fox and Friends, all those people like on the Fox side of things, they all are now.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my God, Fox and Friends was a crap show this morning. Like, because Ainsley is somewhere and Peter Ducey.
Yes,
They kept talking over each other and it was awful.
Yeah.
So they got to get their technology sorted out because it was not good.
Yeah, over the weekend it seems to be working okay, but
Good.
I feel like it may not be. And then the Five seemed to be okay. It was
Yeah, but it was funny because
It was a
like
little-
two of them were obviously right next to each other and they're trying to put it in like the Brady Bunch looking screen so it looks like they're apart.
but they're actually next.
But
to
they're
they're
actually next
like
to each other.
us.
Yeah.
They're actually just
they're
like
like
us.
exactly like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
So I mean that was cute that they tried. But then when you see Dana Perino's hand go like this in front of Greg Gutfeld's face, and I'm like, okay,
They're
we're
totally
on you.
together. Yeah.
The jig is up.
Yeah.
So
You guys are right next to each other.
But listen, I get it because like we're work
next
wives,
to each other.
so
Listen, there are people here on the floor, so we're
can only do what we
essential.
can do.
We're essential.
We're essential. And by the way, that was a question I had going into the weekend was how they keep saying, everything but essential operations needs to stay open. I mean, the reverse of that. All the essential operations need to be open. Everything else needs to be closed. And I kept wondering, well, what does that mean exactly?
Yeah.
And then Cuomo released an actual list of what is considered essential operations, which I found very helpful, except that it seemed to include basically everything except for like boutiques and stuff like that and the restaurants, right?
Yeah.
Everything else was deemed essential, it seemed like. So
Which is really weird because, like I said, with the boutiques, you don't have to stand next to somebody
Yeah.
at the boutique. So I don't understand what their deal is. Like, why are they putting people out of business when they don't have to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because if they were open, it's not like they'd be swarmed with patrons anyway.
No, they're not. That's
because
the thing.
everyone is,
and people mingle and they keep their distance. It's not like you're shopping like this at a
Right.
boutique. You're not doing that. So I don't know why people are. I don't know why we're doing this. I don't know why we're putting people out of business needlessly.
Well, and I think Trump is reaching his breaking point on that. And so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens next week. Your guess is as good as mine. I
Yeah.
have no
Yeah.
idea
So
how
it'll
this
be-
is going to go.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Next week we're on spring break.
Oh, yeah, you guys, this is
The
our
two
last
of us.
week doing this.
Well, for a week.
For
Then
a
we have
week.
then we have a week off. We have a scheduled spring break. Of course, we're not doing anything like we're not going to fun places or anything.
I wasn't anyway.
Yeah.
So-
but we're on spring break.
So
Yeah.
this is the last week of lives for
I was supposed to go to Europe for the first time this summer, and
You don't know, you might.
My husband keeps saying that too, and I'm like,
It's July.
and he keeps saying, listen, it's not that we can't go or we may not be able to go. It's that I could tell that you probably won't want to go, and he's right. I probably won't want to go now.
Really?
Yeah, because I won't want to be on a plane for that long. I just won't.
Yeah.
I'm kind of grossed out now.
I still
So
really
I
want
may
to go
just
to
wait till
Vegas.
next year.
So
Yeah, but that's a
I'm
3 hour.
holding out hope.
That's a 3 hour plane ride as
Yeah.
opposed to like a 10-hour plane ride, and it's different, you know. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
London's 6, right? 6-ish.
Yeah, but don't you have to get somewhere to get to? You have to go to like what, Philly,
Yeah.
or you have to go to Chicago. You have to go someplace.
That's true.
So it's like a 2 hour, and then you have another like 6 or 7 hours, and so
Yeah, that's true.
it's like 10 hours of flying. So
Yeah. I mean, it is July though, and if
I
Trump is
know.
already sick of this, who knows what's going to happen by July? That's months away.
I just
right?
want hot weather, you guys. I want hot weather.
Yeah, God, it would be great to get out more than we're able to do right
and
now.
Hot and heat is good for I say good. It's bad for viruses.
Except that now I'm starting to hear that may not be the case for this one.
Really?
Which is really concerning because everybody was hoping for that, right? Like we were all hoping this would be like a regular flu, which dies down in warm weather. And now there's experts that are saying, I don't know about that anymore.
Somebody's saying that if we're essential, we need to stay next week.
Well, we're essential to the point where we also get vacation time. And so we're taking, in fact, it's funny because our boss like double checked with us last week, right? He was like, are you still needing to take the time off or are you changing your mind about that?
And I think mentally, I probably need to take the time next week.
I really want the time.
After this week and just talking about this nonstop for 3 weeks, I think we're going to need it. And then we'll come back fresh and then we'll be like, yay, coronavirus.
We got this, you
again.
guys.
We
We got
it.
this.
But it has been really tough talking about this 24/7. We're used to being able to talk about other things. And this has been exhausting. I'm not going to lie. We're not asking for anybody to feel sorry for us because we're really happy to have jobs and we're happy to do what we do. We love what we do. But talking about this,
it's exhausting.
It's kind of exhausting, yeah. And so I'll probably just not watch anything on anything.
Yeah.
I'll probably just look at like grass for 3 days.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm just gonna
and
clean my house.
And my husband and my kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for
and not have any news.
just not have any news.
I don't want to know anything.
Exactly.
All right, we got to go do the things.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
You guys listen to our show from 9 to 11
Yeah.
here at 93 WIBC. It's WIBC.com. We're going to have a podcast coming out tomorrow. We're going to be doing it on parenting during
in the time of
of
COVID-19. Which I like to refer to as the Wuhan flu.
Yeah, as the Wuhan flu, the Chinese virus. That's what it is because it originated in China. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So a new podcast will be out tomorrow, and we're seeing a lot of people saying that they got their books. It's awesome.
Good.
We're so happy that you got your books.
They didn't take our last shipment. The mailroom.
Okay, well then
so
I'll
we still have a
I'll
shipment
drop
of books
them in.
to go.
I'll drop them in the mail slot today.
So if you haven't gotten it, it may be in this pile that's sitting here in our
we have one
break
last
room.
little shipment that's like that tall.
Yeah.
That's it. That's going out today, and then we're
And
done.
then we should be done.
We're done.
So just hold tight. If you haven't gotten your book yet, hold tight and then give it like a week or two, and then
we're done.
Deal. Yeah,
then we're
we
done.
should be done.
Yeah.
And then we'll let you know when there's more books to be had. But
Yes.
Right now we are sold out.
Yes.
So we'll keep you posted on that.
Okay. And you guys, just hang in there. Try to do like some fun stuff, you know. I say fun stuff in your house. Like we got a couple new board games coming our way in our house.
Awesome.
We got Jenga. We don't have Jenga. Like
Oh, you
what
have
house
Jenga.
doesn't have Jenga, right?
Yeah.
We got Jenga on its way. So totally excited about that in my house. And everybody stay sane and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bring it in. Bring it in. You guys have a good one. Bye.